Everything is going faster and faster into the digital, the robotic, the AI, and the chat GPT version of reality. And of course, this was long in the making. The steps that have got to where we are starting to move into today came slowly, but one after the other, and they are part of something which is organized and aimed to come in at this time through the next 3 years up to 2026. And we have to say that generally it's a 4 year period where the world is being absolutely revolutionized. In some ways, very positively, but in many ways, there is reason to have a lot of question and a lot of self reflection about what is happening. Do you agree with it? Do you want it? Do you think that it is good, especially for the generations to come? And what is happening right now is that the part of you which has been hidden and concealed in the last few years is almost on a spring that is going to coincide also with the season of spring and really just come straight up and out. It's a month of surprises. You may surprise yourself as well as you being a surprise to others. There is a huge space which is opening up where all of you are starting to move forward much more, even aggressively, and say, I want this, but I don't want that. And there are also a lot of delaying tactics that you may even start to bring in so that you help to slow down the area of your life where you don't want to get pulled into more strongly and more quickly, because you can see how that hooks into the world situation. It's extremely important that you start to make very, very clear choices about where your yes and where your no is this month, because the intensity is going to go up much more strongly. We have some very, very intense movements in society that we are going to see globally, and the pressure, particularly on farmers and particularly on people who are very active in industry in supporting more natural techniques, are going to be pushed further and further to sell their land, to give up their space, to stop their activities, so that we see more of the advent of what you may have heard about, these new smart cities. I have referred to them on occasion in the past as well. So, as I am speaking, just remembering, and especially for those of you who are new, you have within you your own ability and your own personal instructions that are specifically for these times. And that's not about anything that you can learn anywhere outside you, it's about what's inside you. And more in this time, what is happening is you are coming across people and places, maybe even just for a few seconds as a one off, that sort of push you into a whole new zone of your own self, which has been there, ready and waiting to come out. For some people, it's more simple. It's in terms of a career change. But for other people, it is a whole consciousness change where they are starting to see the world in a really different way. And small things that perhaps have been noticed in the past that we haven't been bothered about so much are really becoming an issue, and things that people really don't want to agree with anymore. And they're thinking, I've actually got to do something, because it's not enough anymore just to disagree or to vote in a certain way, or maybe just to decide not to buy certain products. There's really something much bigger going on in the world. I'm much bigger, and I need to be doing something much bigger with who I am, how I want to show myself, and where I want to step up. This is what is all about. The intensity is actually of your purity inside coming up and out, pressuring the world from the inside out to show more of itself and to push back and to push out so that there is less space for the things that we don't want, and there is more healthy questioning and resistance when there is an encroachment and there is pressure from the outside. And of course, there is ever more of that coming closer and closer to home.